My opinion, you can give your opinion in a minute. My opinion is that this is much ado about nothing, but we'll get into it. So last week, WWE announced that they'd rehired Jonathan Coachman, and that he was going to be doing commentary on Raw on Monday nights. They pulled Booker T off commentary. He's now going to be doing the kickoff shows, which is what he used to do. This led to Booker T going on his Heated Conversations podcast on radio.com. It was on the Saturday, February 3rd edition, and he called out Corey Graves. And I got a few quotes. He said, Corey Graves has been throwing jabs at me. I've been doing the same. Corey Graves is a college-educated young man. His vernacular is a little different than mine. I'm not going to read all the quotes, but he basically said, if I see him on the street, I'm going to beat him up. That's basically what he said. And this is another quote. He said, I get mean if you mess with my green. Right now, my green is being messed with. And then Corey Graves on February 5th posted on Twitter. Nigel, for some reason, I think that you'll recognize this. For some reason. Okay. He posted on Twitter this quote, thus the expert in battle moves the enemy and is not moved by him, which is a quote from Sun Tzu. Do you know who that is?
Sun Tzu, Art of War.
I knew he would know, Sean. I knew he would know. So he posted that quote, and then on Raw commentary this week, Corey Graves at one point said to Jonathan Coachman, watch out, Coach, or pretty soon you're going to be doing afternoon radio locally. And then to take it even farther, on SmackDown this week, the New Day were answering tweets backstage, and apparently one of the things that they were asked is, does Corey Graves have a better, I think it was an uppercut or left hook?
Yes.
What do you think
and
about this?
They said they gave him a 6% chance of winning a street
Winning
fight.
a street fight, right.
The beautiful thing about Booker T, no matter what he says, it's hard to tell if he's working or shooting.
Yes.
No matter what it is. And I love that about him.
Yes.
He was never meant to be a long-term player in the commentary role, even though I thought that he made it more fun than anybody in recent memory, because he would make Michael Cole and Corey Graves get out of their comfort zone. Mm-hmm. Corey Graves spoke very highly of him recently in an interview with I think Edge and Christian. But he said, he's like, you never know what he's going to say, and sometimes he cracks me up on the air.
At the same time, though, Corey Graves, he would... Here's the thing about Corey Graves to me, and this is my opinion. I don't know Corey Graves personally. I think he's done a really good job on commentary. I think he's very articulate. I think he's very intelligent. But at the same time, to me, as a viewer, he comes off as an apprentice of Michael Cole. And
Everybody does except for Booker, in my opinion.
Yes, and to me, that's a bad thing, because Michael Cole, with all due respect to him, he's been there 20 years and he's got great tenure. Michael Cole is the ultimate corporate shill. He's the ultimate kiss-ass personality. And I feel like Corey Graves is going down that road, which is why now, if they're being told on the heads up by Vince McMahon, make sure you get in, the architect. If he wants you to say it 20 times, Corey Graves will say it 40 times. And he annoys me because he comes off like such a kiss-ass corporate shill type. And that's just my opinion as a viewer. But so I do kind of wonder. I mean, he's been on the main roster 18 months. He's already doing now Raw and SmackDown. I question if maybe he's getting a little big for his britches all of a sudden. Maybe he's getting a little big-headed all of a sudden. But I think that Booker is just, I think it's a work. Because like you said, I think Booker knew this is not a permanent gig. I was filling in for David Otunga when he was filling a movie. They decided they didn't want to go back to David Otunga. But this was a fill-in thing for him. Because Booker's got a lot of other stuff going on aside from his WWE stuff. He's got his own training school, and he's got his own podcast, and he does convention signings and stuff like that. But I do think that there's some truth to what Booker said, especially when he talked about, they're messing with my green.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's gonna, be hiding out in an alleyway waiting for Corey Graves to walk by. I think he's just, and especially, we realize Booker's got a past. He went to prison and he beat up Batista and everything. Booker T does not have the reputation of being one of these loose cannons that, if you push the wrong button, I'm going to punch you in the face. He doesn't have that reputation. He's got the reputation of being a pretty nice, down-to-earth guy. So I think it's...
I want to know who you think would win in a street fight, because Corey Graves... Okay, before you're like, wow, Booker T can't do a spin-a-rooney anymore. He had elbow surgery last year.
So does that mean that it's done for Booker T because he can't do a spin-a-rooney?
Maybe. He's 52 years old. He can't work anymore.
Uh-huh.
But maybe he's got it in him.
With all due respect,
he's got that last one in him.
With all due respect to Corey Graves, I realize there's a 20-year age difference. With all due respect to Corey Graves, my money's on Booker T all day. If it was going to be an actual fight between Booker T and Corey Graves, my money's on Booker all day in that one. Corey Graves to me is about as intimidating as Michael Cole. I'm just being honest.
Michael Cole's in great shape right now.
That's nice. So you think he's going to beat Booker T in a fight too?
Yeah, he might.
Yeah.
Maybe Booker T will challenge him.
Maybe. Well, he was teasing on his podcast about let's do a fight at WrestleMania. Yeah. But I think it's all in jest. I don't think he's looking to beat up Corey Graves. Like I said, I do think that there is maybe a little bit of, damn it, I'm not making as much money as I was. But he knew it was not a permanent thing. So I think he's just playing. I think that's all it is.
No payoff for this at all. Maybe a podcast appearance.